and welcome back. How about my favourite products to repair summer damaged skin? And this week I'm going to do face, neck and chest, and next week I'm going to do body. Because it can't just be me, right? We've all been caught out to some degree with a little bit of, oh, I've caught the sun, or I feel like maybe I haven't exfoliated enough, or I've been wearing a lot of SPF and therefore my face needs exfoliating. But the most common signs that you've overdone it in the summer are dehydration, pigmentation and sun damage, and a sort of grey, slightly congested skin. And so here are my top new and existing and cult products to get your skin back in shape after summer. It's that thing you do when you've had a really lovely indulgent summer. You might have got away into the sun abroad, you might not have, but suddenly you want to start kind of getting your routine back into focus again. And I'm going to start by saying that this is partly sponsored by one of my favourite skincare brands, and that's BIODERMA. You'll remember that last time I worked with them, we were talking about ATODERM, which is their dry skin cream, and you all went crazy for it, for all members of your family. Well, this is a really interesting range. This has been around a while, and there's a little collection of products that are specifically targeted for all skin ages, all skin types, all skin tones, but that happen to suffer from pigmentation. And that can be pigmentation as in tiny little, I don't know if you can see them here under my skin, tiny little areas, clusters of melanin under the skin. It could be slightly more diffuse, or it could be larger patches. I've got some terrible ones, and the reason I've worn this top is to show you the ones on my chest, which in the past I've had treated with IPL, which is a clinical treatment, but that actually has made them worse, which is not unusual. Another video will come about that, and I'll show you later on if I ever manage to get rid of it. But at the moment, this is what I'm using on my pigmentation, and it's the BIODERMA PIGMENTBIO range. Now, there are technically 5 products in the range, but I'm going to focus on 2. But I'm going to introduce all 5 because, well, 2 of them are cleansers, and let's be honest here, BIODERMA make the best micellar waters in the world. So let's start with just a quick mention. If you do want to look at all of the products, they do have a micellar water with active ingredients to target the melanin production. And they do have a foaming cleanser as well. So just have a look at those if you are serious about tackling your pigmentation. I couldn't mention BIODERMA and not mention the micellar water, right? I just think they're very clever ingredients that actually do help to form a routine. But the 2 products I'm going to mention, one of them is incredibly powerful as a nighttime serum, and then there's a nighttime follow-up cream as well. So let's start with what I think is the hero product in the range, and it can be used on its own or it can be used in conjunction with the night cream, and I'll go on to that in a minute. And it's the C Concentrate Serum. And I say it because this is an impressive lineup of active ingredients here. And because it's been put together by BIODERMA, you allow yourself to use high strength concentrations of actives, but put together in a single serum. And those actives are a 2% freshly activated, and I'll show you in a minute how to activate it, form of vitamin C. There's also an AHA, BHA complex, so you've got 2% salicylic and 8% glycolic. So that's powerful enough together. And then they've got something called LumiReveal, and LumiReveal is a mixture of an anti-inflammatory called glabridin, and that's actually a tyrosinase inhibitor, something that actually gets into the skin and stops that overproduction of melanin and that clumping of melanin within the skin. It's also got something called Epiderm Active, which is actually secreted by a microorganism, a sort of almost like a plankton off the Sea of Brittany, off the coast of Brittany. Obviously BIODERMA is a French skincare company. And then you've got 2 things. You've got an andrographylide and a lysine azelaic, and what they both are is they're tyrosinase inhibitors as well. So basically they're amino acids within the skin that actually work to regulate melanin production. So you've got a very strong cocktail of ingredients, and you only need 5 drops. Now let me show you what it looks like. So it comes in a little box like this, and here's the product. And when you open it up, you'll see this, and this is how you activate it, because in this lid is your 2% fresh vitamin C. And as we all know, vitamin C is incredibly powerful, but it tends to degrade quickly in skincare. So what you do is you use both thumbs and you push. And you'll feel it go down, and you'll feel it activate straight away. And at that point, the vitamin C that has been encapsulated and airtight goes into the serum. And then you unscrew the top, And then you can see, there you go, look, see the top has popped off and the vitamin C is now gone into the serum. You put the lid on and then gently shake, and then the serum's ready to use. And let me show you the serum. I mean, I love serums. I use a serum morning and night. Now, normally I would use my vitamin C in the morning, and everybody knows that because I use it to protect my skin. But at this concentration and at night with that level of active ingredients and acids, it's actually working to increase skin cell turnover and brighten the skin and prevent the overproduction of melanin. Let me show you what it looks like. So you need 5 drops, and it's a really lovely, super lightweight, gently milky serum. Let me show you there. And there it is there. And it goes on beautifully. It's super lightweight, goes in so easily. Such a lovely serum. So there's that product there. Also, the fact that you're putting quite a high strength of 2% salicylic acid, 8% glycolic on your skin means really, and I've always said this, I don't really get people that use acids during the day because your skin should be about protection during the day. I think you should resurface at night. So what you've got here is something that resurfaces while you sleep, which does mean you need an SPF the next day, obviously. It's very interesting. People always say you must wear an SPF after using a retinol, but it's particularly important if you've used a resurfacing acid, especially at this strength. And I will go on to talk about the SPF you should use. Actually, let me introduce you to it now. There is an SPF within the range as well. And it's the PIGMENTBIO Daily Care SPF 50. And it's got vitamin C in it as well. So here you've got your protective antioxidant during the day, and then at night you have the reparative one in the serum. And as usual with Bioderma, their SPFs are super lightweight, super nice to use. This sits beautifully under makeup. It doesn't pill at all, and actually that would work as your moisturizer during the day. I always say to people if they go, do I really have to wear an SPF every day? I say just put it on in place of your normal moisturizer, because that is really a beautiful lightweight serum gel cream. Look, zero ghosting on the back of my hands. It would suit all skin types, and I think that's really important. All skin types, all skin tones, because it's not just people with my skin colour that get pigmentation issues. It's actually a lot of, in the UK we get a lot of South Asian people, and also a lot of people of Afro-Caribbean descent and with black skins as well. Anybody of any age, of any skin type, tone and texture can get pigmentation issues. Sometimes some people are simply more prone than others. So that's the hero serum and the SPF that you must wear the next day, but also there is a night cream. And for most people, they like the idea of a super hydrating, reparative night cream. So it makes sense to use one that works in the same way and actually helps complement the C concentrate. So step 2 is the PIGMENTBIO Night Renewer. It's a really lovely gel cream moisturizer, sits beautifully over the serum and helps complement it. Their actions work well together. Let me show you the texture. It comes in a sealed jar and you'll not be surprised to see it's almost like a skin jelly. So here you've got a beautiful gel cream moisturizer that just sits perfectly and hydrates over the top of the serum. And yes, it is a beautiful lightweight gel cream moisture, the sort of texture I really love. Almost you could put it on your skin and leave it on as a sort of overnight sleeping mask. It's that beautiful and lightweight. You apply it in the evening, over the neck and the face, over the top of the serum after cleansing. And what's interesting is this has that Lumi Reveal technology as well. That actually increases skin cell turnover. So you're going to encourage skin cell turnover as well, but in a super gentle, lightweight way. It also works with the serum. So they're the products within the Bioderma PIGMENTBIO range. Don't forget you've got the 2 cleansers as well. It's up to you whether you choose the cleansers, but I feel like if I'm going to mention Bioderma, we have to talk about their iconic micellar waters as well. And don't forget you should be using an SPF every single day. And my advice always is if you struggle with putting an SPF on every single day and you don't want that extra step, it's really simple. Skip the moisturizer, and a really well formulated SPF will actually give you just enough hydration and slip and humectants and emollients on your skin at the same time. Now, as usual, when I work with a brand, I've got a code. So the code is Nadine 15, and that's site-wide. It isn't just off the PIGMENTBIO range, because I know so many of you love some of their iconic products, including the micellar waters, but also the Atoderm for dry skin as well. So Nadine 15 will get you 15% off all the products site-wide. There'll be a link down below that will automatically give you that code, but you know, you might not shop from here straight away. You might go away, come back. If you think about buying anything from Bioderma, just tap in Nadine 15, capital letters Nadine 15, you'll get 15% off. Let's share the love. Right, So you already know post-summer what I'm going to say to you to put into your skincare routine. It's time to up the vitamin C and it's time to up the acids. So let's start with some really gentle acids recently that I've discovered that I'm liking. This is such a cult product, it really is. I don't know if you've heard about this or you've seen it. It's kind of a bit of a hit product on Instagram. And this is Deviant Skincare and it's their cult resurfacing acid. And the reason people love it is because it's a really nicely blended percentage of acids. So it's got lactic acid, mandelic acid, salicylic acid, and a green tea extract and licorice root extract in it. Now, when people want to introduce a gentle acid into their skincare and they don't know which one is going to suit their skincare, if you get a really well formulated, super gentle, and this is super gentle, blend of acids, then it's going to target lots of different things. So you've got the little bit of salicylic acid to unclog the pores. The mandelic works particularly well on pigmentation, as does the licorice root, obviously. You've also got the classic lactic acid, which I really like, which is super hydrating. Go and check out Deviant Skincare. Andrew Wheatcroft introduced me to it. He absolutely loves it. He uses it in the morning. Some people like the glow. I prefer it at night. If in doubt about acids and you are super sensitive and you're not sure what to use, I always say use a polyhydroxy acid. Most of the acids that I've spoken about so far are derived out of nature. Polyhydroxy acids are made in a lab, but they're a very long molecule and they deliver into the skin super slowly. Indeed Lab have one of the polyhydroxy acids around. Just go on counter and check this one out. This is a really nice, gentle acid. This would almost be like a, I'm really scared, I've never used an acid before, I'm going to dip my toe into the acid pond. This one is going to be I don't know which acid suits my skin, I'm going to try them all. You don't have to use a lotion or a serum though. If you find that they're too lightweight for your skin, you can use a moisturising lotion that also contains acids. And I'm going to introduce you to one here that I really like that I've been using. But again, I use it at night, but a lot of people would use this during the day as well. And this is the TEOXANE Perfect Skin Refiner. Now, what's interesting about this is TEOXANE are actually a manufacturer of fillers. So you'll find them in clinic, this skincare range. And they are specifically famous for something called RHA, which is reticulated hyaluronic acid, which is a specific form of hyaluronic acid that's broken down into pieces so it can get into the skin super quickly. So this has lots of RHA. It's what it's most famous for, but it's got glycolic acid in it as well. 10% glycolic acid and soothing allantoin. And allantoin is an ingredient that you often put in products because it buffers things out and it's an anti-inflammatory with the skin. It just soothes and calms the skin. So, vitamin C first, yes. But try using it at night so you can repair your skin. Resurfacing acids definitely. And then you know what I'm going to say, right? It's time to up your retinol game again. Retinol is a form of vitamin A that's really powerful within the skin. Essentially, it's the ingredient within the skin that normalizes skin cell function. So it sort of boosts skin cell turnover, helps regulate pigment production, helps hydrate the skin. It's sort of the most important vitamin along with C probably. And, well, that's an interesting one. Probably vitamin C, but fast coming up on the inside of vitamin B's and D's, and maybe we should talk about the 4 important skincare vitamins in a separate video that I think every healthy skin needs. So I'm going to introduce you to 2. You'll already know that I love Paula's Choice 1% Retinol Resist. I gave it away recently on one of my Instagram videos, and I chose it when I did a little kind of collection of products with them. I really love this product. This is 1% retinol treatment, but it's also got peptides and vitamin C in it. So it's a good combination. And for me, I've never had a bad reaction to it. I do know people that have had to ease in gently, and 1% is powerful. So don't dismiss 1%. You know, if you want to go in gently, I suggest you go in with a 0.3%. So one of the one that's probably more available on the high street before you go in with a 1%. So look at something like Olay or Origins or number 7. They're going to be a gentle introduction before you kick up a gear into 1%. So I love that one, and it's the one I always turn to if I need to repair sun damaged skin, and it's the one that I will use from top to toe, and I've been using it on and off for years. I've never had any irritation to it. But I'm also going to introduce you to RRETINOATE, which I think I've spoken about before as well, and this is Medicate. And the reason I'm going to mention Medicate is because Medicate are the #1 manufacturer of vitamin A retinoid based products within the UK. What you've got is retinil retinoate twinned with crystal stabilized retinaldehyde. So what you've got is you've got a retinol precursor Plus, you've got the next step on from retinol, which is retinaldehyde. So it's the next metabolic step pathway ups. But I have to say, honestly, I've never had an irritation to this either. Maybe I'll start to peel a little bit when I first start to use it, but these are two hardcore products. But I thought, seeing as I started with a very powerful, effective vitamin C resurfacing serum, that I should finish with two equally powerful forms of vitamin A. That's how you're going to repair your summer damaged skin. You're going to target your pigmentation, because we are all going to get it at some point. I've got it under here. Mainly it's my chest though, because I stupidly wore an SPF from here to here when I was younger and not on my chest. Please listen to my advice. Don't do what I do, because I've learnt by my mistakes. You need to up your acid games. It's time to turn over those skin cells more quickly. And you can choose whatever you want. You can choose a powerful nighttime serum, you could choose a lotion, you could choose a gentle PHA, or you could choose a glycolic lotion to use morning or night. And then it's time to start introducing vitamin A back into your skincare again. All products at all prices. Don't feel you have to go super high-end and clinical. A company like BIODERMA, for example, is available on the high street, as is Indeed as well. Next week, let's repair our body skin, because sometimes I feel like, being typical British people, we stop our skincare here. We should definitely stop it here. But what about arms and legs? Because you will notice it. You'll get sun damage. This tan, by the way, is not real, obviously. This is fake. But you will notice as you get older that you'll start to notice pigmentation here, or even a lack of pigmentation when the melanin production suddenly gives up. You'll also notice that the skin is dehydrated and maybe slightly clogged after using body SPF. So next week, let's repair our body skin too. You'll not be surprised to hear those body products are loaded with active ingredients. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll put all the details down below.